Boo guys, it's Blaze, and happy Halloween for me, Jack and Doris. Yes, so if you've been following me, I am doing my usual since 2012 Edgar Allan Poe inspired Halloween costume. This year I am doing Annabelle Lee, and everybody's always asked me for years, let me turn the brightness down on this, why I haven't done her already. Like, why aren't you doing Annabelle Lee? It's like such like a why. Did that make sense? Probably not. It's like one of his most famous poems. Why haven't you done it? Well, first of all, I like doing stuff that's not his most famous, even though I've done like his most famous, but also there's no physical description of what she looks like. And I like having kind of a visual to go on. However, I thought this year I can just do visually how I have always imagined her in my mind. The only like kind of visual that we get that you can kind of see in your mind is that she was noble back then. I don't know if it really gives a time, you know, what century, but I'm going to be going with 19th century since that's when our Lord and Savior Edgar Allan Poe was alive. And I'm going to do sort of a mixture of accurate 19th century makeup, which was pretty much what we call today our no makeup look. Makeup was pretty much looked down upon, and women were pretty much not allowed to wear makeup, but they found a way to do it anyway. It was extremely light, like you couldn't really even tell at all that they were wearing makeup. I had my hair like this when I went to sleep after I took a shower. I've been doing my hair like that lately. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you will have seen my hair like that before. I don't know why, but I will take it down now because it's hurting my head, and I'm gonna have a wig in all day because it's like 11 a.m. because I have a video in mind to do with this and pictures to take. Plus it's Halloween and I want to wear my costume for as long as I can. So let's go. I already moisturized my face because I've been having a mixture of both dry and oily skin lately. I used to just have straight up oily skin. Now it's a mixture of hella dry and hella oily, which is a real pain in the ass. If you guys have never heard the poem Annabelle Lee, I will link that reading down below. And if you would like an interpretation of what it means, I will also link that down below because it's very interesting. I am also using all products that have safer ingredients in it. From now on, I think I'm gonna do a video for it, so if you guys want to see this video, let me know down below. I'm going to be taking away all my makeup that has talc, mica, any kind of ingredients that are harmful and causing of illnesses, because yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be decluttering, like, even, I mean, there's gonna be, I know I'm gonna have eyeshadow palettes that obviously have it. The eye palettes I've used recently do have it. So I'm gonna put like my Anastasia one like on display. I don't want to like throw that one out, but like shit's gotta go. I'm gonna make some room, and it just has, there's no need for you to be here. You're nasty. So the first product is actually new that I'm going to be using. Well, I don't know if the product is new, but I just recently picked it up because I needed a new foundation that didn't have yucky stuff in it. So is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Balance foundation. It's a stick foundation. I got it in 110 porcelain. Again, I'm going to try to go like as best as I can 18th or 19th century, 1800s, but like I also don't want to look like crud. if women put makeup on. I'll also link down a video for like a tutorial for this kind of look, for an 1800s women's makeup look, because it's actually very interesting. I'm going to be putting setting powder on because obviously I'm going to have to, but powder, that's not going to work. We need a brush. Powder was heavily frowned upon. Why? I forgot, but it was. Was it the ingredient? I don't remember. It was just heavily frowned upon. But it was common to use creams that would lighten your skin and make you paler. Like white people, man. I mean, but the reason was because it made you look like you were rich and you had money, that you didn't have a job that required you to be outdoors, like in the fields, doing work that way. So it's like, I have money. I'm pale, so I have money. I also wanted to take out my piercings just to make this as realistic as possible. But if I take out my nose ring, it's gonna close up. My eyebrow ring, it wouldn't. I've had it for so freaking long, and it's gauged, and like I've had it out before, like for surgery and such. It wouldn't close up. But this little girl right here is not that old. She's still a newborn. She's only a few months old, couple months old. And she close up. She'll close up. So too bad. I did grow out this eyebrow to not have my little parting there, just to make that a little bit more realistic. The earrings I'm wearing, my friend Amanda made. I will also link her shop below, because she makes shirts like from Stranger Things. Oh my god, she made me a Hellfire shirt that I'm freaking in love with. If you want to see a haul from that, I have that on my TikTok. But she also made me these. This has sand from Seaside Beach from New Jersey, where I grew up. And I thought it would be perfect to wear these, since in the poem they said the demon's down under the sea. So thought it would look pretty. Also, like, it just goes with the theme, I think. I'm also going to be wearing concealer, but not a whole ton, just a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Not a whole ton, like I usually do. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito in Fair. Nothing in life is fair, bitch. Get used to it. I wish, like, the Victorian era, which is the 1800s, Queen Victoria was like, get out of here with your makeup. Like, can you imagine, like, wearing makeup was insulting and, like, beneath people? Queen Victoria thought that makeup was strictly for actors, or I guess the right term today, sex workers. Actors and sex workers were the only ones that were allowed to wear makeup, and it was, like, acceptable. Can you imagine that today? Like, I wish, like, it was, like, more attractive for a woman to just be herself. I'm having a crisis moment. Yeah, this whole makeup thing, by the way, started with Queen Victoria. She was like, bitch, no makeup. We don't do makeup here. Not in my, not my reign. Oh, I forgot my freaking powder. Yeah, so the new, this I also just picked up, is the L'Oreal Hydra Perfect. That's, yeah, that's the English side. So I got it in 916 translucent. So, it's got one of them stickers that take 1800s years to peel off, and you break every nail that you have. So, should we do one of those SpongeBob transition? 1800 years later. Dude, seriously, escape rooms are easier. And I don't like escape rooms because they give me anxiety. I don't like that. I mean, the movies are pretty good. But actual escape rooms? But I'm using the powder puff included because it's close. I mean, not as fluffy or anything, but it is close to what they would use if they wore makeup. Man, those women were brave. Some women got arrested if they were seen to be wearing like a full face of makeup. Can you imagine? Or they were just seen to be ladies of the night. So if you think you have it rough now, now getting back to what I was doing before, they also had very kind of thick, dark eyebrows. They would use sometimes cloves, you know, like spices. They would burn them and kind of use them to use that as like brow pencils. They would also use it as eyeliner and also sometimes like mascara. Dude, they really freaking had it like down to a T. They really use that as a, you think like makeup artists are creative nowadays? Can you imagine? Like just using household items and like foods, spices to make your makeup because you had to do it secretly. That is creative to another level. I don't have, with the hair color that I have and everything, I don't want to make it ultra dark, even though this is ebony. It's not. It's like regular brown. But you know, I'm gonna do what I can with what I got. Also, it wasn't like the same with like every class when it came to makeup. If you were like more noble, I guess it was you had a little bit more freedom when it came to makeup. But also like I said, you had to wear like the pale makeup, like the real pale look, because like, hello, you're noble. You're not a freaking peasant. But like, if you were a peasant or just like a normal average person, middle class, bitch. Better not even see some lip gloss. If your lips shine or if they look smooth, prison, jail, get the fuck out of here. You know how I am with royalty and history. Victoria. I like you, girl. You're not my favorite queen of all time, but you're real cool. I like you. You went against, you know, you were cool. You went against the books and like tradition and stuff. I like that. I like that in my royals. Obviously, with who I like. But what the fuck was your problem with makeup? Like, what was your thing that was like, did somebody hurt you? Someone hurt your feelings? Did somebody say, like, were you wearing too much makeup early on in your life and you got made fun of? So you were just like, no makeup! Or the opposite? Like, you didn't wear enough and then everybody made fun of you and then you were like, when I'm queen, bitch, no one's gonna wear makeup. I don't know. I know a little bit about your history and I don't see that in your history. What was your deal with makeup? I'd like to know. Yes, I realize nothing that I'm talking about has to do with who I'm dressing up as, Annabelle Lee. And usually when I do these Halloween get readies with me's, I talk about the poem or short story that I'm doing. But it's literally a love poem. It's like the most famous love poem of all time. It's heartbreaking. It's beautiful. It's chilling. It even has the word chilling in it. It's so chilling that it has the word in it. If you want to hear it, like I said, I'll link it down below if you haven't heard it before. It's just a love poem. So, a lot of people say he wrote it for Virginia, who I did dress up as in Halloween 2016. His late wife, who was, yes, also his cousin, and yes, she was much younger than him, but they weren't like husband and wife. Their relationship was much more like best friends, like cousins. Like, they didn't really sleep together. It wasn't really sexual or romantic at all. It was just like besties. Even Virginia's mother can, or did, I say can, like she's still alive, did confirm that when people were like, she was like, yeah, it's kind of like it's like a best friends type of thing. He absolutely adored her. He was 100% in love with her. But like, not like that. It's a beautiful, strange relationship. I will say that. I mean, marrying your cousin is weird and strange in the first place, but it wasn't unusual. It was very, very common back then. Does it make it any less weird, like, for what we know today? No. But it was the thing to do a long time ago. Like what the Targaryens do, it's actually very normal for what was done in like medieval times and Elizabethan and Tudor times and whatnot. Maybe not that far in history, but like maybe in the 12th century and shit. Like, the Egyptians, they married brother and sister to keep the bloodlines pure. Like, y'all had ancestors that were related and got married. 100%. You can't tell me different. I had ancestors that were cousins like 100 and a little less than 150 years ago. My great grandparents, I don't know, something like that, they were cousins. Is it weird? Yeah, but it was common. It was the thing to be done. Do I know why? Besides royalty doing it to keep the bloodlines pure? No. Do I know why regular people did it? I don't know, other than financial reasons, but I don't know why it was done. It was in style. Okay, we're really gonna, here, hold on. We're really gonna do this properly. So they did use a tiny bit of rouge. Tiny bit of rouge. If you don't know what rouge is, blush. I'm talking to you like you're idiots and like you just bonked your head and you're coming back to reality. Of course, they also did use it to like emphasize their dark circles, which is like, for somebody who has natural dark circles, thank you to my mom's side of the family, who's her father's side of the family. Thanks for that. Love it. I love that for me. They also just kind of did it like over here, just a very, very tiny bit. And they did almost nothing when it comes to eyeshadow. If they did, it was like whatever was left of their rouge. So I'm going to do the tiniest little bit. We're gonna do a little bit under the eyes, a little bit here, and a little bit here. So I have to work fast with this actually because this stuff dries down fast, but I really like it. It's the Hard Candy Lip and Cheek tint. It's really nice actually. I think e-girls brought the sick look when it comes to the blush under the eyes, the rouge under the eyes, back in style. And like, congrats girls. Like, love you for that. And guys, if they do. And non-bis, my non-bis. If y'all have started doing that. I think I've seen y'all start doing that again, but like a little bit more dramatic. But like, good. You guys know that you're recreating history. Good on you. But if you guys think that you're doing something new, hate to be the bearer of bad news. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but like we're doing what we can. So lashes. They did not have mascara, but like I said, they would sometimes put some kind of spice or whatever they could melt and just put a little bit between their fingers and do that. So this does very minimal, but I do want some kind of on my face. I don't know what this means, flare to my face. So I'm going to use the very simple Lashes Natural Light Wispy from Ioni 3D Faux Mink Lashes that my mom got me for my birthday. But this is the Wet n Wild Mega Protein Mascara. So I'm not going to use my regular like huge thickening mascara. I'm just going to use my very natural, and I'm not going to do any liner or anything. Like I said, even though they did sometimes smoke out a little bit of liner, because these ladies were crafty AF. I could never. I'm an artist and a thinker, and I could never. I mean, I probably could if I really was like manic, having a hypomanic state, and I was just like, what could we do? What could we do? This. That would probably be me. I'm not gonna lie. So what did you guys do for Halloween? Did you guys dress up? Did you guys give out candy? Did you guys watch spooky movies? That's what I forgot. I was like, I know I'm forgetting to do something. Okay, so every year I go through what my favorite movie that was new or new to me was that I watched this year for 31 Days of Horror, and my least favorite. So where the hell is my iPad? Because I have to go on my Instagram. Okay, let's see. Everybody's asked me about my opinions on the new Hocus Pocus. There were a couple things I very much, plus I'm not giving out any spoilers on any of these movies, just in case you guys want to watch them. There were a couple things, a couple scenes or homages, whatever, to the original Hocus Pocus that I enjoyed very much. I enjoyed the opening scene. I thought it was interesting and funny and cute. There were a couple scenes that I thought were cute and funny. However, overall, did not enjoy it. And I still stand by it did not need to happen. If they were going to make a sequel to Hocus Pocus, it should have been done in the 90s, like when the original came out. Like, it did not need to come out in 2022. Absolutely. And they said the full original cast was coming back. Here's just one spoiler. Not the full original cast comes back. I was so pissed. I was like, where's Danny? Where's Max? Where's Allison? Where's Binks? Binks is mentioned once. Nowhere to be seen. They're not in this movie. The fuck. But my Sanderson sisters killed it. Except, I have a feeling Sarah Jessica Parker just wasn't into it as much as Kathy and Bet. She just didn't seem like she was really into it as much. But, you know, whatever. Seen that movie before. Okay, any other ones? I was very disappointed by the turning, especially with like the good casting it had. Very, very disappointing, that movie. Like, especially the ending. Bad. The Let the Right One In, the new show so far. I'm on episode 4, I think. I'm enjoying it so far. I think the casting's really good. When I first saw one of the cast members, and I was like, hey, he kind of looks like a much older Nick Stahl. I was like, hey, because he's one of my favorite actors and I love him. And I haven't seen him in anything in years. And then, like, I look closer and I'm like, the fuck, that is Nick Stahl. I just can't believe how old he got and how, like, he looks the same, but also so different. So, hey, I was happy to see him. Okay, I guess we're talking about shows for a minute. The Watcher. It was a very good show. However, I know very well the true crime behind the Watcher case, and it followed really none of what happened other than the house and the family that moved in and them receiving the letters. That's it. And that it never being solved. That's it. And like the history of people receiving him beforehand. Other than that, none of that happened. And they also added in another true crime story that happened that I'm also extremely familiar with. Was it like the John something story? Totally not his name. But that other story that has absolutely nothing to do with the Watcher case. Like, that case is insane on its own. And he was eventually caught. Like, in this series, in this show, they say he was never found. He was never caught. He was, like, eventually caught. You know, not for a little while, but he was caught. But still a very interesting case. I don't know why they mixed those two in there. They have nothing to do with each other. But it was a really good show all around. If it was just like, it shouldn't have been set based on a true story. It should have been inspired by true events. I would have been more comfortable with that. Yeah, but the acting was great. It was fun. We're gonna save that movie to the end because holy shice, I have a lot to say about that. Not, I'm like with everybody else. Okay, so I'm going to be using the e.l.f. lipstick in Cheeky because it's like barely a color. So, and like I said, lipstick just kind of wasn't a thing. So, I'll probably put on a matte lipstick in a little while, just so it stays on for a better portion of the day. Ah, fudge you. Perfect. That's pretty much my face. Very odd way of putting that. Oh, eyelash stuck. There we go. I breathed it in. The new Hellraiser movie. Total trash. Didn't like it. At all. Like, no. Next. No, thank you. I did watch for the first time, which I've been wanting to watch for a very long time. And then everything with Ezra Miller came out, and I was just kind of like, boo, I don't want to watch anything with him in it, even though I have watched things with him in it, but like too late, I already had. But the movie We Need to Talk About Kevin really shows you how insane Ezra Miller is. Because, like, I think that movie shows what he's kind of like in real life. Or, sorry, they. I always get that wrong. I'm very sorry. I do not mean to offend. Even, fuck them. I don't care if I offend them. All right? Don't care. That movie's beautiful, though. Tilda Swinton, she steals everything that everything she's in. And speaking of, I think my favorite thing I watched, new to me, everybody knows, well, a lot of people know in the horror community, the Dario Argento film Suspiria. Beautiful, beautiful movie. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend you go watch it. Did I do any? It doesn't matter. Beautiful movie. I mean, gorgeous, terrifying, beautiful, just everything about it gorgeous. And in 2018, they made a remake of it. And I was kind of like, you can't remake Dario Argento movies. Like, it just can't be done and be good, you know? But they did. They made a remake of Suspiria. And Tilda Swinton is in that movie. So is Dakota Johnson, a couple other actresses. Wow. Probably my favorite remake of a movie ever. They did that shit, and they stuck with the Dario theme so freaking well. It's twice as long as the original movie, which was kind of like, okay, this movie is never going to end, but I didn't mind. It was mind-blowing how beautiful it was and how crazy it was, like how well they did. Like, don't think of Dakota Johnson as that naked girl in 50 Shades of Grey anymore. Like, watch that movie. She kills it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Most disappointed movie, I think, for everyone. And it breaks my heart because she helped write it, even though I did go on a rant a couple of years ago on why Rob Zombie did it better. And now everybody's apologizing to Rob Zombie for saying, hey, his shit is stupid. And I'm like, told you so. Halloween Ends. Please don't let it end that way. Could we skip that? Could we, like, throw that in the trash and pretend that didn't happen? Like, erase our minds from that movie and redo that? Okay? Can we just... That was awful. That was... Okay, I am going to do spoilers for this. Michael Myers is barely in the freaking movie at all. Okay? Barely at all. Just try to calm down. I don't mind that they put in, like, a kid to be, like, another, like, a protege of Michael Myers. But, like, did Michael Myers have to be a background freaking character? In the last, at least in this timeline, the last Halloween movie? Are you kidding me? What? They were, like, prepping us up for this huge showdown between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, and they're barely in it. Like I said, I feel terrible because Jamie Lee Curtis helped write this and everything, and I'm like, girl, this ain't it. This ain't it. And the epic showdown lasted, what, 1:30 seconds, and the epic showdown was far from epic. Like, what's the word that, what's the word that is the opposite of epic? That was the dumbest thing. I know he's got to be in his 80s by now, and she's, like, in her 70s. But what was epic about that? They just kind of pushed each other into things. And then she just stabs... He's supposed to be a supernatural entity that can't be killed. And she just cuts him and stabs him a couple times, and he's dead. Then they did do the one thing I've been saying, like, forever. Like, chop him into tiny bits. Throw him into the thing that chops him into tiny bits. Like, at least they did do that to make sure that he does not come back to life. But he was dead before that. He got sliced up and stabbed a couple of times, and that killed him. And this is why the Rob Zombie movies were better. So, wig time and outfit change. Well, first we have to change my outfit, then put the wig on, because it'd be very stupid to put the wig on first. I am gonna, I hope my head doesn't detach from my body, because I like never take these off. So, these were pure gold and rhinestone gem, but I did do like a really shitty paint job and made them like off-white and yellow. Because like I was gonna do her headpiece like this royalty or no, you know, noble type medieval thing, but first of all, that's not 18th century, and also it just doesn't go with the outfit that I have. So I'm doing that kind of more like hippie-ish type thing. And her hair that I've always seen her having is just like ginger red. I've always seen it as, or auburn, just like a reddish. And sadly, this one has bangs. You know what? It's a Halloween costume. It was the cheapest, and you know, I'm only going to be wearing it once. The costume for Halloween, not a big deal. I know bangs weren't a thing, so I'm going to go put on my outfit, and then we'll do everything else. Not really the appropriate time to have tattoos, but whatever. I do have this necklace that I lost years ago, and that was another thing when I was thinking about what costume I was gonna do. If I was for sure gonna do Annabelle Lee, when I was taking, when we got out the Halloween stuff in the boxes, I found my necklace, and I was like, okay, for sure. Because Corey used to, my late fiance, if you guys don't know, used to quote Annabelle Lee to me. So that's also another reason I didn't do it, because it was just kind of emotional for me and just kind of like meh. But anyway, so it's this beautiful moon, and it's got the name Annabelle Lee on it and just some scripture writing that you can't really make out. It just looks like a piece of parchment paper that has writing on it. So I am going to put this on. If I can find, there we go. Nope, that wasn't it. Hi. So I am wearing, I got this a couple years ago for my birthday from my friend Rob. It is this gorgeous like medieval night dress. Not, I don't know if it's technically medieval, but it is like Tolkien medieval-ish night dress. I will show in better video or picture or whatever what it looks like fully. And I absolutely love it. And I thought that this would look really good with the outfit. The earrings are staying. So where did the net go? I just had it. Here we go. I don't know if I like this net for this. Or should we use my other one? It's so hard putting on a wig that is just for like costume stuff, and it's not like a professional wig or like a high quality wig. But, and I wanted to do some like kind of braiding with this that would go with like the 19th century look, but like that would be too difficult. So let's try to see what it looks like when I put on this. I just look like I dressed as a hippie. That's it. I'm a hippie. I'm not mad. I know some people are going to be like, she dies in this poem. And I was thinking of doing like what she looks like, you know, post-mortem. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do what she is envisioned, how I envision her when she is alive. I already did Madeline when she was dying, pretty much. Yeah, I know it would be a little bit more appropriate for like spooky if I did like her as a corpse, but I wanted to bring some life to Annabelle Lee. I wanted her to be alive. So this is pretty much it. I will show you guys better fully what I look like and insert video and picture or whatnot, but I hope this was enjoyable for you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful, happy Halloween. Let me know down in the comments what you did for Halloween, what movies you watched, what movies you enjoyed, what movies you didn't enjoy. I like Halloween Kills. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please go down below, hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel right now and become a Blaizer and a part of the Blaize Nation. We'd love to have you here as long as you're as wicked as we are. I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Until next time, my wicked ones. Stay wicked.
Yes, that was the reason, as all men know in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle Lee.